Good. So a little bit about yourself first, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
so my name is Delano Douglas, currently the captain and the leader of the Charlestown Maroon community. However, my indigenous name is Paddam, and that actually means sounds of the drum. So actually I'm a commanding master drummer for all Maroon communities from the age of 13 years old. And you know, that's have been a lifetime achievement throughout the culture. But I must first and foremost say, Yen King Pong, bless all smarty pray, Shang Pong Nani come Sikim Bebwa, Yen King Pong Tanking Kim Bam. Meaning, God bless everyone here, and may the Queen of Heaven pour down our richest blessing on the daily proceeding. And I also said, give thanks, we are God bless people, alright? So God bless us all.
God bless. Now, what does it mean to you to be the captain, virtual leader, and you're the colonel in waiting, apparently?
Yes, I'm the colonel in waiting, apparently. It means a lot for me to be a captain because actually we the captains are like the Asafu chief over there in Ghana. We install order within the community, and you know, we strengthen the colonel's move and you know, make sure everything is stabilized and maintained to go forward. Now, right now, as my transitioning from a captain and going over into the office of the colonel, it is a sign of growth, even though it comes at a most disappointing moment because I actually lost a sister while this transition is taking. Because my sister was the acting colonel or the first female colonel of all time. May her soul rest in peace, Colonel Marcia Kim Douglas, my sister, you know, well beloved, and also my dad was a captain. So for me to be elevated and going up to the role of colonel is a very important role for me, and something I was trained for over the years by our previous colonel, Colonel Frank Lumsden. So he was like a mentor to both me and my sister. So we were a person that was trained for this actual position that I am now going to be transcended into sometime in the future. So I'm just here trying to represent and try to develop this community to the best of its ability so that the next generation can take it from where we left off and take it to new heights.
Now, you're a young person, so you're going to be bringing with you all the vestiges of modernity and new approaches. How do you see that impacting? If that is the case, how do you see that impacting on how the community operates?
All right, now our motto here is from the Abeng to the internet. Our Abeng was the first wireless means of communication. Now today the internet is our first wireless means of communication. All right, so what we do now, this is simply showing you that we will evolve with time, but we'll try to maintain and sustain our cultural aspects. So we'll still do the same stuff as the culture asks us to do, but we'll try to improve it as best as possible, but stay in line with the culture as well. All right, so it doesn't matter what new technology, new innovation, new ideas come about, it has to be in line with the culture to preserve and maintain and sustain this culture. So this is our mission, this is our main mission that we are actually moving towards.
How do you see the future of Maroon, the Maroon heritage in Jamaica and the wider Caribbean? Do you see it being challenged to the extent that perhaps it might become a sort of dying feature of our lives?
No, because as long as you have the kids here and you have teach them, you have show them the culture, you have passed down the heritage to them, you'll always have a living, vibrant Maroon community. So this is especially here in Charlestown, and I've seen it in other Maroon communities, all right, where the kids are highly involved and highly participant in whatever we are doing. And that is a plus because we engage our kids from the youngest of age. From the first day they were born, they started to engage within their culture. So it's not something that we teach, we just get up and teach them at some point in time, but it's something that we actually live. So they are brought up in this way so they can know that, hey, hello, this is my culture and this is what I need to do to bring it forward. And they know it as a part of their duty while growing. All right, so it's something that they have been born and grow with these thoughts. All right, something that it's a concept that we live with. It's a lifestyle.
Okay, last one. I've noticed three main features. I was going to talk about it yesterday, but we can talk about just very briefly now. Three main strong features here. You have a very strong sense of the hierarchy. So the chain of command is not something You have to work out on an ad hoc basis in the middle of an emergency. You have an association or closeness with the natural environment, which is always a benefit to any community. And the final attribute, and this is the question I want to ask you about, is you're a musical community. To what extent has music been, and you're a musician yourself, to what extent has music been a part of the life of this community?
Well, music has always been a part of the life of this community. From back in history, from back in the 17th, 16th century, we remember we are Africans, so music, whenever we are working, whatever we are doing, music is a part of our everyday life. All right, and if we should look back, even on some of our reggae artists coming through the years, we find person like Sir Coxsone Dodd, that his roots is right here in Charlestown. Buju Banton has his family in this valley. Wayne Wonder is from this community. My mom and Wayne Wonder grew up together, even though my mom was much older than him. But yeah, they're from this community. Kabaka Pyramid, his roots is right here. Bugle is further up the valley. So there's a lot of musical influence, even today. All right? So our music is coming from history, from our ancestors. And this is something that is maintained and sustained over the years for a person like myself could be a part of. All right? And it's a pleasure and an honor to be a part of this community, because, you know, having a language, having a culture that can actually separate you and show you the different type of person who you really are. Because some person normally asks, what are the difference between you and the normal Jamaican person? It is the culture that we have, the way we go about doing things. It's totally different from the way the natural or the average Jamaican will go about doing things. So I'm glad to be a part of this culture, and I'm glad that this is my birthright. I didn't have to choose this. All right, so this is a part of music. So when you say Paddam, it means sounds of the drum. And if you want to find me, you can look for me on all social media platforms as Ras Paddam. All right, so I don't take away anything from my culture. All right, I represent my culture as long as my culture has been representing me, because my culture has been representing me long before I was here. All right, so music is a part of our culture. It's a part of life. It's where we use to de-stress, to relax, and to meditate. You know, to get yourself properly prepared. Even before battle, we the Maroons used to come to their Safi yard, and we prepare spiritually by using music before and after battle. So music is very important. It's a way for us to communicate to our ancestors, and a way for us to communicate to the persons around us. All right? And I would say that Medasi, meaning thank you.
Medasi.
Medasi.